Hello, hello. So we are building our own shell in Java, and in this video we'll be implementing the logic of the echo command. So I already have kind of IOC container sort of set up here, and when we add a class for a command, we need to register it right here. So let's just create an exit command class, echo command, sorry, command, and it's going to implement the command interface. I'll implement the methods, go back to main and register it. Echo and new echo command. So instead of these strings, maybe we should use a tuple of sort. Maybe we'll do that as well. Anyways, let's come to the echo command. And in here, in the echo command, all we need to do, or you know what the echo command does, right? It just prints out whatever's given to it in the arguments. So if command dot args dot size is equal to 0, that is the case, uh, we just do shout nothing, empty line. Instead of this, I can just do is empty or not, else I shout string dot join of this. That's all we need to do. That's absolutely all we need to do for an echo command. Okay, so let's just try to push it. They're running our tests. It worked fine. All right, let's move on to the next command. That's the type command. Okay, so let's just create a class for type command, and it's going to implement command and implement the methods. Now, let me show you what the type command actually does. WSL uh, type cd. It the type command tell us the type of the data type of the command that's following it as an argument. So like cd is a command, so it will tell us that cd is a shell built-in. Type cat. The cat is not a shell built-in command. It requires a binary, and it may not be installed on every Linux distro. So you might have to get it with sudo apt-get, something like that. So you actually need to install the binary of cat for cat to work. So type command can tell us that as well. So see, what's going to happen is for each and every command, cd and cat, there's going to be a different output. So where do you think this different logic should be? It should be encapsulated in the cd command and in the cat command. So the output for exit and echo will differ. So we should encapsulate the logic for exit in an exit and echo in echo. That's why I'm going to add another method to this interface, and that's going to be the type method. All it will do is it will print the type of the command, void type, like so. And we need to implement this method in all these three commands. In here, let's just come here and implement method. And we know what we need to do here. We just need to print out that echo is a shell built-in, right? Type echo. Echo is a shell built-in, so that's all we need to do. Come here and just print it. That's all we need to do here. This will print, or instead of that, how about we return the string? That seems better. we return this string from here. And what do we need to do for the exit? Exit is also a shell built-in. So let's come here, implement the method, and from here return exit is a shell built-in, like so. And what does type return? type. Type is also a shell built-in. So here, when I implement methods, I can simply return this. All right. Okay. Now in here, I need some way to be able to call this type method that's there in different commands, right? This echo and this exit. So I need all the objects of all these commands right here. And where are all those objects uh, created? They are created and they exist in this command's hash map. So we need to be able to inject that hash map into this type command. So I need to add another constructor here, public type command, and it takes a map of string to past commands, right? And this will set map like so, and this dot command is equals to commands, and in here command dot get commands dot get of command dot command and dot. It is giving me not parsed commands, command and command, and in here we can call the type method, and this will return us the type of the command, and all we need to do is just print the type. Sometimes I love autocomplete, sometimes I absolutely hate it, right? And in the main class, when I inject the type command, I need to make sure that I am type. Oh, sorry. Like so. And now I do have the access for commands in there. In here, do I need to check anything? So, another thing you need to know about the type command is it can take multiple arguments like cd, type, cat, exit, echo, and hi. So it will print this if it's not a registered command. That's also something that we need to handle in here in our execute method. All right. So we need to run this for string arg in command dot args, and in here if commands dot contains key arg, in that case we do get on the arg, else we print. Array. Yeah. Instead, in here we print that uh, arg plus, we need to print this, not found, right? Type high not found. So instead of that, like so, that's what we need to print. Huh. Get type and we print type. All right, I think it's fine. Let's just run it. So if I do type, type, type is a shell built in, type cat, not found, type cd, not found, type exit, shell built in, type echo, shell built in. So it's working fine and I can exit. All right, I think it's pretty cool. You git add, git commit, m, type, git push. Think it should work. Let's just see. Test failed. Why did the test fail? Invalid command not found. Received. Oh, we do not need to. We do not need this here. This is not required. Oh, gotta wait. Worked fine. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So the type command can actually also support path variables. So if we have a path variable for something, then the type command can tell us the directory it's at. Okay, so that's what we need to do now. Path is an environment variable that specifies a set of directories. You can see that, see, it's different for Linux and Windows. So this challenge is designed for everything on Linux. It won't work on Windows. On Windows, your path variables are separated by semicolon. In here, they're separated by colon. That's going to be something that's different. So we need to take care of that. We need to support for Linux, not Windows. This program should search for the command in the directories listed in the path environment variable. If the command is found, the program should print the path to the command. If the command is not found, we'll just print whatever we were printing before. So what we'll do is we'll create another method in our type class that will check the path variables for us. Okay, because all this logic is related to the type command, so we should encapsulate it here. So we only need to print this if not check in path. All right, like so. So let's create this create method in type command. I'll move it down. So right here, we need a way to check if the particular arguments that are in there in my uh, I didn't pass it. This command, this arg. I need to check if this arg in my is in my path variables. So string arg, and what I'll do is I'll create another package called util, and I will create a class command utils. All right. In my type command, it's going to be the responsibility of the utils command utils class to return all the path locations. All right. So not this. Command utils dot check command in paths. All right. And I'll pass it the arg command utils. Let's import it. Why am I not command utils? Okay. And I can create this method in command utils, and it will return a list of paths. So there can be multiple path variables for a particular command, and only the first one in the paths is executed. So the order matters. So we are only going to get the first item from this list and give the path directory of that. So I need to check if it's not empty. If it's not empty, I will return true, else I will return false. Return false. But instead of just returning true, I also need to print the path location. So for now, let's just print all the path locations. We should actually be only printing the first path location, and there should be only one path location for a particular command. But if you register on your own multiple path locations for a particular command, they will show up in this paths list. For string location in paths, I'll print out uh, arg plus is plus location. So I just now need to implement the logic of checking if a particular argument is in the path variable or not, and that we will be doing in the command utils class right here in this method. So we need a way to get all the path variables, all right, and that can be done by reading the path environment variable. So I will create another method, public static get paths, and this will read the environment variable called path and return the list of string. That will be all the paths in my environment variable. All right. So we can read the environment variable like with system dot get env, and it's going to be path, and I want to return a list. So the path environment variable looks something like this, and it will be separated by colons, so we can simply split on the colons. Arrays dot stream and path dot split on colon, and I want to get a list out of it. So this method will return us all the paths, and let's just get them. List string paths equal to get paths, and let's create another list string. I will filter out all the locations where my that are registered for my command locations equals to new array list, and all we need to do is for string dir in paths, uh, I just need to check if uh, let me show you. So our list will look something like this. This list will look something like this, right? So the executable binary for any argument, let's say cat, will look something like this. So I just need to check if this path exists and it's an executable. All right. And we can do that using the file API, file system API that Java provides us. File dot executable. Let's just call it executable, new file, and see this directory is this, but we also need to append the path of the argument, right? Like so. And I can check if executable exists, but I also need to check if it's an executable. And we can do that with executable can execute. If that is the case, I can add the path, the complete entire path of the executable to my command locations. And from here, I can return command locations. This will filter out all the paths, locations, directories that are registered in the path variable for this cat command. They can be multiple, and I think this should work. Let's try. See, cat example will work on Linux, but it won't work on Windows because on Windows we do not have cat. Anyways, let's just. I would run it on my own system and show you, but I don't have any registered binaries. And since we are splitting on colon, it won't work on Windows. I can show you that by printing path. Path on Windows, you're going to see what shall I call it? This will only check command and paths, and I need to, yeah, type cat. See, these are all the paths that are registered in my path variable, and they're separated by semicolon. All right, so just for demonstration purposes, let's replace it with a semicolon, and I will type for Java path. Okay, type Java path. Java path not found. Why not? Java path, Java path, Java path. Get paths. Let me just print out paths. We will need to remove these printlns, otherwise it won't work. Just for demonstration purposes, I'll bring it. Java path. Right, so these are all the paths. And Java path not found. Why am I printing Java path not found? If not check in path. If it is not empty, is it empty? Why is it empty? South paths. Let's remove the south from up here. So just remember we need to turn it back to a colon so that it works on Linux. I'm testing it on Windows. Type Java path. So the array, this filtering is not working for Java path. Because it's not an executable. So if I can remove it, it does exist, but it's not an executable on my Windows. Alright, type Java path. Still not found. These are all the Java paths. Okay. So this will not work on. Why is it not working? Executable. New file executable. Anyways, I know for sure it will work on Ubuntu, on Linux. I'm just trying to show you for demonstration purposes like this filtering. This will definitely work on Linux, and let me show you that as well. Let's just git commit -m type executable git push. If it doesn't work, we'll debug, but I think it will work. Let's see. Expected cat is received this. Oh, we did not remove the println. Told you we need to remove this println, right? Working as expected. Alright, so the type command is now working fine. In the next video, we will be, see, we are filtering out an executable, right? We filtered out an executable. We filtered out the path of the executable using this. See? So if it is an executable, we can execute it using Java. We can do system dot, we'll use a process builder. It's another class and a built-in class to Java, and that allows us to spawn processes from executables. So if we have the capability to filter out executables, we can spawn new processes from those executables, and that's exactly what's expected of us in the next stage. In this stage, you'll add support for running external programs with arguments. External programs are located in the path environment variable as described in the previous stages. The tester will execute like so. This is a custom, so a path variable must be registered for this exe, and we need to pass it the argument of Alice and spawn a process for this exe as a different process. That's all we need to do. So that can be done using a process builder in Java. If you don't know what that is, process builder. See, we have this already in Java. We'll use this in the next video. So stick around for that, and I'll see you in the next one.